basically, this doesn't look like a friendship is ever going to happen. And
can I ask a question? Just
yeah,
culture.
okay.
With everything you've been tweeting, is this all you have? No, because I was expecting the guy was really like warrior. Is this all you have? It's just a question.
Okay, the only thing I can say is a question, and you brought up my name in your conversation. I'm here to tell you, come on, bro, come on.
I expected more.
That was expected more to as just
You
come
said
and
so
start
many
beating
things.
someone.
I was like, bring it on. I did. It's fine. That's my question. So good.
Big so. That your conversation with Dede was also a big moment on the show, where you felt you needed to advise her to be better with the way she handled men. I know you apologized eventually, but you look back at that moment. And what do you think of now, with benefit of hindsight? What do you think of? I mean, there's more context now.
I'm only just realizing that I was not the only person that felt that way, but maybe I was the only person that addressed it in the way. In terms of some people like you, why are you playing with them? But I was the one that voiced out. Now, I don't apologize for going to talk to her about it, but I apologized earlier on for the words that I used because that was wrong. I didn't like that word. That was unnecessary, to be honest.
Why do you feel the need to talk to her about it?
Because these are the people that I consider as my people, right? And like I always say, I'm somebody that when you're my people and there's this... Actually, sorry, I just remember, sorry. Because initially the conversation started with me there in the garden where she was like, you know, we're having a conversation where she noticed how I was towards Dede, like, you know, they too smile, all those type of things. And I expressed to her, I said, this is how I felt. It wasn't really my own issue, but this is the issue I was having with her. Now, mind you, that issue was already like happening before, but I never felt the need to address it. But it was after a conversation with her closest friend at the time that I felt Mide was like, you know, you should talk to her, Mona, just iron the matter. Only for me to come out and I see that after that minute, Mide had already gone to Dede and told her whatever she told her. Now, Dede's heart was already...
So you thought you guys were having a great conversation?
Yes.
But you found out that she was...
Yeah, at the time we spoke, it felt like, okay, this is the issue. But it didn't feel like it was as it turned out to be later on. It was later on when I now saw that, of course, it's her friend. She'll go and tell her friend what happened now. Whatever tone she decided to tell her friend, that's up to the two of them. But it didn't sit well with Dede probably because after watching the whole thing and I realized she was already angry with me before I got there. So there was already anger. So anything I want to even talk, no concern anybody. And topping it off with the fact that it wasn't really my thing. I was just talking for my people. And then the whole thing was, you know, went out of proportion. But like I said, the words I said, I'd already apologized is past. But I'm not gonna say I'm sorry for going to address it. It's my people, I will do it. If you are doing anything to my people, I will still talk to you.
Big Brother Naija reunion is proudly sponsored by
Beton. Great odds, big wins, and exciting games.
Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
Or if you just use Beton. Swagging in just on top of things that they already saw. Once your team they need with 2 goals, you don't win with that. Great odds, big wins, and exciting games. It's no magic. It's just simple math.
Miss Lee? Well, back.
Let's talk about stuff.
What are we having? Really? I thought for friends.
What? I guess.
No, this makes sense.
People we talked about.
This is it.
The new Guinness 440 ml can. Now you can enjoy more Guinness. How do you make a complete meal in minutes?
Try Adby Noodle Made.
with its nutritional blend of vegetables, protein, and seasoning, gives your meal that final touch. Acme Noodle Made. Make restaurant-style pasta at home with Acme Pasta Made. Cook. Mix. Done. Acme Pasta Made.
Every win starts somewhere. Ours starts right here. And when we rise across the continent. Take off, feel the rush. Red Power, home of Nigeria's aviator big winners.
Proudly sponsored by
Good time. Great odds, big wins, and exciting games.
You can enjoy more guests.
They are saying, oh, I was friends, we were just chilling. But you're saying you saw her playing with them.
No, I saw her closer to Koyin more.
Okay.
But what brought that
Did you
conversation
think they were
was
friends or do you think it was more?
with the two of them. I think they were like besties. They were very close, like friendship. I don't think I saw anything more
So
than that.
which one now bothered you?
It bothered me when after I spoke to Kola and I saw that there were moments where I'll see him, maybe they're talking, and he's just going around. Now he didn't say anything to me, like, oh, maybe I'm not happy they are talking. But me, I was reading body language. I go see the guy, they wait. And I was feeling somehow like, how far give him chance. Because if they remember that night, I think Dede was speaking to Jason in the garden on the swing. And I was like, maybe when they finish, make Kola go talk to in person. But like I said, that was the whole thing. But that's it.
Have you moved on from that?
This is the most irrelevant and
she actually liked Kola and Koyi. That's why she's mad at Dede. It's not because she was trying to do anything. So she was in love with the two boys. The attention that Dede was getting from her fishes, I think Soso was expecting it. You know, maybe the boys for UKB, they chased her before she come to the house. So she was expecting all of this. Yeah, because like that's the only reason why she will insert herself. Like, because you didn't have any existing relationship with these people prior to the time that you confronted Dede. I wasn't there when you confronted Dede. I went to sleep, but I have the people that used to feed me just in the house. The only relationship you had with Koyi was that you saw vision for him. You were his prophetess. Do you understand? We are in a house to play a game. Like this same thing you saw about Dede and you didn't like is because you already did not like Dede from day one. The same thing you're complaining about, same thing that made me to like Dede. I like the fact that she was playing around with the guys. Like Sultana said the same thing about,
wait, before you continue, was she playing around with the guys?
No.
You just said it too.
Sorry. No, she didn't use that exact word, but you said something about you like it when you do certain things and you said something like that, not in the exact word. So, you just did not like Dede. You had a personal problem with her. So you just look for opportunities to get highlights and you just jump on it. That's what it is. It's not because they were not your guys. So they were not your guys.
She writes and saying you liked them.
First of all, that day. She's not very relevant right now, so I'm not going to answer her. The same way she always come at me and say they put myself for people matter, and I think they always do.
Yes.
So kettle calling pot black, bam. I'm not going to answer her. She wants me to go, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say later on she will find out what will happen, but for now.
Speaking of people supposed Coin, so Sultana has said here now that you're the only person in Charlotte. She has said, clear mind. You, on the other hand, you were there. Next thing before we knew it, you don't run with Isabella. It was like, and that was the case that resonated around the continent. This case that nobody saw coming with Sultana, and it got talked about it. Because I'm like, it's not my business. How did we get to that point where that case happened? One. She's saying she liked you. Was it mutual? And why did you not pursue anything?
So it started from the dining table. We were having conversation. So I can remember the conversation we were having at that particular moment. So from there, it was a question and answer thing. So it's like a game. So from there, she said, if I should kiss you, will you tell me? I was like,
If she kisses you, will you tell her?
yeah. That's what she said. And I said,
Tell her what?
we were having a conversation, like a question and answer thing. So I couldn't remember the particular conversation we were having that night. So it was a long thing to the extent that Kaikumi started asking her questions about for victory. Yeah, I think I understand what you're trying to do, but it's none of my business. I was just there, I was just chilling. So from there we moved upstairs, we were still having our conversations, and I went back to that kiss that, okay, yeah, I want you to do this thing and I will tell you what I want to tell you. And it happened. So that was what caused the kiss. Then, so from there, the next day, that was when the situation of Sultana and Dede happened.
Okay.
That situation. That night, after that, me and Rubo were having conversation about that situation, about Dede and Sultana's situation. So from there, I heard Jason kissed Sultana. I'm like, oh, nah, I don't like to be in this triangle. So before then, I think I asked Sultana, did you really like her on her bed? That was when I realized she was wrong.
But I remember my answer. But go on.
That was
What
when I
was your
realized.
answer?
I said yes.
Yes.
Was this the night of the incident?
Yes.
I remember when he came to my bed and
So
he
how come
asked
you
me
remember that moment?
That was before I passed that out to you.
But after the incident?
Yeah.
No, before the incident.
It was before the incident.
Oh,
I was laying
yeah.
in bed, Coin came to my bed and he asked me if I really liked him. I was being honest and I said yes. I
So
remember
she told
that
you
question.
yes, so why didn't you move forward?
When I said I saw Jason there, I'm like, no,
That
I
was the
don't
last
do
thing I
that.
remembered actually.
Jason was there when you got there.
No. Oh, Ruboy told me Jason and Sultana kissed. I'm like, no, I don't want to be in this triangle. I don't like it.
It was now. So there's a good people, everybody saw it now.
So Ruboy was, I say Ruboy.
No,
Jason
we're having
was there
brother to brother conversation.
So I don't know about Jason. I just saw Jason kissing
Sultana.
That's
Yeah.
everybody was
That
there.
same day.
But
Yeah.
not everybody was there. He went around telling people so.
No, it wasn't like that. It was after the situation of Dede and Sultana and that situation
So
happened.
before we reach there, what do you ask again? Do you like me?
Yeah, he asked. He came to
she
my
said
bed.
yes.
He came to
in
my
that
bed and
moment, what did
asked
you
me.
I
He
just
didn't
said,
say anything.
I
He
just
just
said
said
okay.
okay and he walked
Yeah,
away.
and I
Are you saying that in that moment you were willing to move forward with things?
yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, let's see how it goes. So that same night, I heard
You
another
now
thing.
heard the
I
story.
was like, no.
So if you liked her enough, why did you not say, babe, this is what I'm hearing? Why did you just leave it?
I don't like to be in competition. I don't like it. I like to be the man that I am. Like, okay, yeah, I want to chase this thing. I don't want to be in competition with another person. So I
How
don't
did you
be
feel
like
about him
the best
moving?
person wins. So
To be honest, like I said, Ebuka, because I was not mentally ready for a relationship, and like I said, he's an upright man, and I didn't want to lead him on. So it was just okay because I didn't know what was waiting for me outside, and I didn't want to hurt him. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I just let it be.
So you didn't like him enough to fight for him?
That was why I said Ebuka. Like I,
I don't
said,
know that. If you like
Koini
somebody,
was
you
the
don't
only
fight for him.
person I liked in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because aside that, I didn't see any other man in the house. Alright.
after he said the kiss thing between Jason and Sultan, I'm like, no, this can't work. It's not possible because I can't go for what they've taken already. Yeah.
Big Brother Naija reunion is proudly sponsored by
Betcom. Great odds, big wins, and exciting games.
Now you can enjoy more guests.
But if you just use Betcom, swag in interest on top of things that by the already saw. Once your team delivers 2 goals, you don't win with that. Great boards, big wins, and exciting games. It's not magic. It's just simple math.
A lot of people know Guinness in this size, but Guinness just got bigger.
Introduce the new Guinness 440 ml.
The new 440 ml, there's more Guinness to enjoy.
That means more to pour, more to share, and more to enjoy.
Whether you're chilling with friends or vibing to Christmas, Guinness got you over.
Same good flavor.
More Guinness to enjoy.
The new Guinness 440 ml can. Now you can enjoy more Guinness. How do you make a complete meal in minutes?
Try Adby Noodle Made. With its nutritional blend of vegetables, protein, and seasoning, gives your meal that final touch. Adby Noodle Made. Make restaurant-style pasta at home with Adby Pasta Made. Good. Next. Done. Adby Pasta Made.
Every win starts somewhere. Ours starts right here. And when we rise across the continent. Take off, feel the run. Red Power, home of Nigeria's aviator big winners.
Proudly sponsored by
Good time. Big boards, big wins, and exciting games.
Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
Thelma. I know we talked a bit about Ortega the other day, but there was also capable
Okay.
in the conversation with you.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of things about, you're just
Interesting.
saying it so that after the show, it may just go your way. There's also people who
I said that.
I'm saying what I hear. This is not from you.
Oh, okay.
The people who think you are just, let me just not spoil it, let the show end. But
Oh,
there's also
okay.
people who believe there was something that might have been brewing there.
Mm-hmm.
Was Ortega ever in the picture for you?
No,
Why not?
I think that I caught that he was manipulative from the
Okay.
beginning, and I just
What about capable?
I did see him as a very, I think I keep using the same word, a very homely person. I liked his family values, the way he talked about his mom a lot. And you know how he used to go about kitchen duties. Like, I'm not part of Nigeria, I'm not used to men entering the kitchen like that. So for me it was like, oh wow, do you understand? And being in a relationship or in a ship, my mission for being in the house is tell man, show them what you've got, show up, show out first. And that's why this happened much later. I feel like everything that was on my to-do list for the show, by week 7, I had achieved them. So I was open to anything extra. And prior to that time, we'd had like small conversations, not too serious conversations, because like in week 1, when he had the whole fight with different people, I was just like, the show is just starting. I don't want to get attached to someone that is always fighting. Do you understand? So that kind of like pushed me back. But like eventually when I saw how he had corrected and learned how to handle most of those emotions, and we had a few discussions, I felt like I could trust this person.
So what happened post show?
We're still in good terms. We just didn't take it anywhere.
Because you guys sounded separately a little excited on stage when I asked about the other person. It felt like, oh, we'll see.
You don't know what's waiting outside now. So you cannot give a definite answer. Because like I said, we're in a house where we don't know what is being said. So I also needed the opportunity to come out and see this person that I like, did they also like me in the same type of way?
And you felt like you didn't?
There were a few hurtful conversations, but that didn't change anything. Yeah.
How so?
I think there was the conversation in the kitchen where Rude Boy teased him about, oh, I say something, and then he said, I didn't go to Thelma. Thelma came to me. That was hurtful. actually,
Aw.
but I didn't let it, you know. I just said, okay, maybe he said that under pressure because in the house you're not obligated to tell anybody the truth. You can lead them on how you want to. And then, you know, we went on a couple of outings after the show, but we just didn't continue. I honestly don't know, but we're in good terms. We just don't talk as often.
Was it because he moved on to someone else?
Oh, who did he move on to?
I'm asking.
Oh, like I'm not aware. If he moved on to someone else, I'm not aware.
Okay. Capable. Why did you explore things post show?
Why did
Because you're excited on the stage. Ah, Thelma, yes, we'll see.
So what happened post show? I was excited. That something's out there waiting for me. You're like, oh, this gonna lead to something. Post show, yeah, we talked quite a lot, and yeah, we went out on a few outings. Just see how things gonna go. Then over time, and it was just more of like, it just not gonna happen. We would agree that we're gonna take time. We're not rushing to anything, so and just let it happen post show, and we're in good times. We're cool.
She's saying that she heard things you said in the house. Was she a strategy? Was it genuine?
I actually did apologize to her when she brought that up to me for sure, and I was like, I shouldn't have said it like that because I feel like yeah, it came from both ways. Like there's oftentimes in the house that I did flirt with her, which was true. So me using the time that she came to me was just more of like probably like, I throw her under the bus, which I did apologize for. So yeah.
Did he apologize?
Yeah, he did apologize for that.
Are you single now?
Like a window.
Are you asking him? Is it me? Who are you asking?
Why?
Okay.
Joanna or Victor? You and Joanna, what was it for you? Because you came into the show and you kept trying to emphasize the fact that, you know, you are ahead of the game, you kind of know what's going on. Almost like, I can't fall it off. So, you know, but at the same time, you had feelings here, which you mentioned a few times. But we're not sure, was it feelings you wanted to explore, or was it just part of this broad game you were trying to play?
I realized later on in the house that you couldn't do it alone. So you needed to have a sort of confidant in the house. I also realized I talked to a lot of people, and you couldn't really trust most of the people in the house because you talk to someone and you find out that that person was sabotaging you to like 5 other people. And it got to a point where I was just done with everybody because all of you are the same.
So what's different about her?
Oh, I've come to realize all women gossip, but her gossip wasn't sabotage.
All women gossip?
Yeah, everybody gossips, even men gossip. So at some point it became a thing of, okay, this house is becoming a pressure cooker and there has to be at least one person here that I can say, okay, I'm having a bad day, let's go have a conversation. And to be honest, we had a lot of great conversations. She's an amazing person, still is an amazing person. And it was a good way for me to kind of, you know, tone things. So whenever things were
Did you like her, or did you feel like you needed somebody?
I feel like I needed somebody.
So you didn't like her like that?
In the house, no.
It was just...
So it was a respectful, confidant situation. Oh, I find this person as someone as
He was never going to do something long-term or serious?
In the house, I wasn't thinking of long-term.
Okay.
I was just thinking...
Did you feel that way?
I think the thing of faith is that because he didn't specifically tell me, oh, I like you, I want to be in a, you understand, have a serious thing with you. But I could see some expression, do you understand? Sometimes we ask questions and all of that. But I don't know where his head is at, so I can't tell.
At the time, what did you feel?
I felt like we're good friends, and for me, any man coming around me, I just tend to observe you if you are worth my time, and I'll just say I'll still observe you.
Worth your time?
In the house, yeah.
Yeah. You said something earlier about trust in the house, and you know how you felt about the other housemates, and I think you defined a lot of your stay on this show. There are people who have the arguments. Well, everybody can be wrong, right? And there's also the argument of maybe I'm just different and nobody understands me. I want to go right to the end before I come back down. That situation with Sultana. How do you look back at that moment now? What do you see? How do you feel? Have you had a conversation with Sultana? Do you think you did anything wrong?
I took a lot of time to process it. And sincerely, I want to apologize to you for dragging the bucket for me. I've spent a lot of time. There was a time I couldn't even watch the clip. I think a few months ago, I actually told myself, you know what? I think it's important that you actually face this. I took some time to actually watch the whole thing. And I realized, okay, this was weird. And I think it's very important that I take responsibility for that action. My dad had this conversation with me and he's like, what defines you as a man isn't what happens to you, but it's how you react to the things that happen to you. And in that moment, I should have been in control of whatever emotions I had towards you. I'm very sorry about that whole altercation. I apologize, and sincerely, I wish it never happened. But it has happened. And my mom always makes this joke. She's like, yes, it's a terrible thing, but that was the situation that took you from being a boy to a man. Because the day you become a man is the day you can take responsibility for your life. And I think that situation forced me to do that. So, I'm sorry again.
I think that's very important. But I want to know what you feel hearing that. Is this the first time you're hearing this, first of all? Have you heard this before, and how do you feel hearing it?
Okay, so I haven't heard it before because we haven't met. Plus, we don't live in the same city, so it's understandable that we've not met. And I don't think that it is something that he would have wanted to say over text or phone call. So I understand that, right? And even before now, I've always said that faith can be somehow, but Faith has always been someone that I would say was a genuine friend to me in the house. Because even when we had issues, Faith would never say anything bad about me behind my back. And if Faith had something to say about me, he would say it to me. He wouldn't say it behind my back, even when we were quarreling or not. So yes, Faith's apology is the only apology I'm accepting, because I feel like it is actually genuine.
Oh,
so yeah.
This is our first makeup this season. But most people said, this thing came from somewhere. No, we all know how you felt about Sultana, which is why that moment, first of all, surprised people, like, of all people, this girl, with this guy like. And that became, maybe it came from the fact that she has not agreed for him. She is now sort of lashing out. So what did you feel?
Yeah.
And how did we get there?
So I think this is a conversation that she would answer better, because we did have the discussion in the house. There was never, and I don't know why people kept hammering on that. There was never a feeling thing. In fact, we had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And there was a day where I was like, I wish she would just go and tell the rest of them that I don't see it that way. But I feel like she enjoyed the mystery of, Faith likes Sultana, Faith doesn't like Sultana. And I get it, okay? The house is the house.
But it couldn't have come from her. What did you do that made
Okay, so another thing I've come to realize now is I'm not much of a relationship person. I've not really been, so on the show, you would see me do things for people. I'm a very hands-on person. I've come to realize that people can mistake the way I talk to people and the things I do as love. And that's not really true, because I have a very sweet mouth. I'm also a very, like the day Zita did She Saved Me, I wrote her a poem. And some people might have interpreted that as me expressing love to her. Well, that's not who I am. I could cook you 3-day breakfast, which I hate cooking, by the way, just because I think you're really cool. I could write a whole book for you because I find you interesting. And if I liked you, I could go 2 weeks without talking to you. It's complicated, I agree. But the expressions used, a lot of people associate expressions to love, but that's not how it works with me. I don't even have to like you to go all out for you. So that's a miscommunication.
Is that what you read? Because am I right in saying that there were moments when you wanted to spend time in your bed?
To be fair,
Please talk about the bed thing.
Faith strikes me as, why would you tell me what to talk about? Don't tell me what to talk about, just shut up. So Faith strikes me as somebody that when he has his people, like he wants to have his person in a million. It doesn't mean he's in love with you. It doesn't mean he's professing love to you.
So you didn't think?
No, we were really close, right? That was what it was. Because Faith never said he loved me. There was no point Faith said love me, but Faith looked out for me. And I understood that when Faith says, you are my person, you are my person. Regardless of whether you're in good terms or not. And that was what it was. I feel like Faith cared more than people know he cares for his. Yeah, so that was what it was.
I mean, this perception might be you, or maybe the lady.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It
Or
wasn't.
the ladies.
No, it wasn't.
Because
And
a lot
the
of
thing
guys-
is, it hurt me that people were saying that in the house because that was not what
Because a
it
lot
was.
of guys felt differently about it.
That was not what it was, and then it kept pissing me off. And to be fair, I felt like it was coming from him because he also didn't help matters. And Faith, I remember we were having that conversation on night before Victory asked to see me downstairs. We were having that conversation by my wardrobe, and I was like, making it seem this way, like this is not what it is. But you're not helping matters. You're making it seem this way.
Okay.
But then yes, later on, I got to understand the kind of person Faith is.
Big Brother Naija reunion is proudly sponsored by
The time. Great bonds, big wins, and exciting games.
Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
Or if you just use the time. Swag in and trap and talk with you by the every so. Once your team they lead with 2 goals, you don't win with that. Great bonds, big wins, and exciting games. It's not magic. It's just simple math.
How do you get a complete meal in minutes?
Try Agni Noodle Made with its nutritional blend of vegetables, protein, and seasoning. Gives meal that final touch. Agni Noodle Made. Make restaurant-style pasta at home with Agni Pasta Made. Boom. Next. Done. Agni Pasta Made.
Every win starts somewhere. Ours starts right here. And when we rise across the continent. Take off, feel the run. Red Power, home of Nigeria's aviator big winners.
Really?
Well, back.
Let's start from home stuff.
What do we have here?
Really? I thought for friends.
What? I got
No, this makes sense.
People talk about.
This is it.
The new Guinness 440 ml can. Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
proudly sponsored by
The time. Great bonds, big wins, and exciting games.
Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
That's what the Faith's interaction with some culture to Morgan, a lot of the guys. They were. How do you feel about Faith?
At first, I thought he
Because
was.
you were the first to fall.
Yeah, at first I thought he was at the industry plant. I thought they told him what to do because the way he
Why
was
so?
moving, the way he was moving was funny. But then I would have some conversation with him. I'm like, this intelligent now. Why can't they do too much? At the end of it all, I was cool with him. After the fight, he came to me, we talked. I'm like, bro, you just pushed me. But then, I would have some conversation with him. I'm like, this intelligent now. Why can't they do too much? At the end of it all, I was cool with him. After the fight, he came to me, we talked. I'm like, bro, you just pushed me. But then, but I see you as a very intelligent guy, and I like you. I told him, I'm cool.
Okay, but what did you think? Because one of the, I think it was you he told I was going to win this show or I'm going to leave this show after you or something like that. And that was like very early on in the show. He was like, where's this confidence coming from? And you guys had your whole fallout. He fell out with a lot of you. What did you think about it?
I think Fez is a very intelligent person. He's one of the few people I spoke to the very first day I entered the house. And hearing him speak and things that he was saying, I go, oh, this guy's smart. This is the person I want to connect with. So I think first week we were actually connecting, and there was a particular time that incident happened. We were doing add me a task, and I think we were just being too hard on Gigi, and they got into an heated argument, and I was like, should I just take it easy on her? Like, she did her own part. Like, it's not like you know everybody's going to be able to figure everything out. So I was defending Gigi because she's a woman, and for him it was just more like, well, you should have done that, this and that. So I was just like, we got into an heated argument where he said, oh, don't worry, I am going to win this show. And I said, like, you are not winning this show because I wanted to win the show as well. So why are you going to be telling me you're going to win the show? So we made a bet that you're not going to win the show. And that was that.
After that, you guys were cool.
After that, I think we didn't talk for like a few weeks. Then later on, we reconnected again and into the whole incident of Sultana. And which he ended up telling me that before Sultana even knew today, I was not talking to him post-show because of that Sultana.
Until you're still not talking?
So for some reason, we kind of connected and talk, and it was like, oh, I thought you hated me. I said, yeah, I didn't like what you did to Sultana because you actually never done that to a woman. And it was like, he's actually sorry that, looking back at everything, he's actually sorry. And I was like, you're a cool guy, I love you, like, you're very intelligent, and I would like to be your friend, so you're good.
Culture, you almost broke out in that moment, you know, with him. I think that's most upset we saw you on the show. And it was about, did you think he was trying to stand up for himself? Or did you think he was playing a game?
Now, according to what Bright said, at times it would seem as if I used to call him Big Brother's son at times. Because there are things you do, you get away with it. And there are things some people do, either they have strike or punishment and all that. So, on that fateful day, after we ordered everything, there was, I think, 10 BB naira left, right? And there are most people the idea, who is and buy cigar now? I also yeah, who buy cigar now? Then I made a statement. Now, we talk about cigar, everybody likes to know the smoke. If this cigar will come now, then I'll call it Dragon. And it's
ready for war already?
Yeah. And it happens on Monday. The cigar came through.
What upset you about that? The fact that he was
holding the light. Now, we have shared the cigarette. Bright Ed is sharing the cigarette, right? So we have done what you
don't need lighter to light.
How far, guy?
But now, your anger was interesting. There are people who say you wouldn't have been that angry if it was Rude Boy, if it was Mensa. Oh, would you have been that angry? It was because he was fit.
No.
And you felt that he could intimidate you.
Me? No. Faith is one of the person I open up to, like, really, really well. Now, I feel like because you know part of my weakness, you're using it, like you're pushing me. Now, that clip is one of those clips I can't see myself that much because I went to the diary room.
Have you guys talked about it?
Why? My guy upset. I went into the diary room and I told you that my action was not here.
What did you want to say? Quickly.
So, like, there's a bit of an inconsistency with the story. I was on the team that won the wager. And while we were ordering, so another thing I realized that got me in trouble a lot in the house was, whether you believe it or not, I was always thinking about the group in general. And Big Brother warned me. It was like, you're here for an individual competition. But that thing puts me in a lot of trouble. Because while I was thinking about the group, everybody was thinking about themselves. So use this example. When we're ordering the cigarettes, I have a very good memory. I remember I said, because we're all spending our own money, we will all buy the cigarettes, but we would share it. And then the people that don't smoke can trade for other things. Yeah. That was what I said. So you made it sound like, oh, I never brought up the thing. And I will make you remember clearly. Before you guys went to pick up the cigarettes, you and Victory already wanted to call up. That was the day I learned the word call up. That was the day. I never knew the word call up.
But one thing that you also can't deny is there was a sequence of events now that happened between you and Inisi. And while while you also had the tag of being bullied, she also did. And then you were head of house. You had certain powers. And in those moments, you came for her. One of which was very controversial with the kerosene and the stove being poured and all of that. And up until you left, defined your relationship in that house. And I believe has up until this point. I don't know that you guys have said a word to each other since then, have you? You haven't, exactly. So what was it about her that made you react that way to her? Because same thing I asked about him. Would he have done that if it was Mensa? Is what everybody says. If it was any other girl here, would you do that?
Let's explain that.
Yeah.
So for the pot incident, I was cooking with that pot. Victory, where's Victory? I'm sorry, Victory. I brought you, so I think we have to explain this thing very well. I put the pot there and everybody knew I was cooking with it. It wasn't hot, there was nothing in there. Victory washed it for me so I could use it. And then she went in there and she started using it. And I came politely. Let me see, that's my pot. Over 3 times. So I have this rule where you're not allowed to react until you've communicated 3 times. And the reason for that is sometimes some people may not hear you or something. In fact, she didn't believe me. So what I did was I took the luxury of going to call Victory from outside. Do you remember that, Victory? I begged Victory, please just come and explain to Missy that this pot is mine. And even after communicating 3 times, even after bringing Victory, she still didn't let the pot go. And in my mind, I was like, you're doing this intentionally. You're trying to, like, you know it's for me. I watched the diary session she did after that. She went on to tell Big Brother that she felt like I would have told her to share the pot with me. In my mind, I was like, we have a history. There's a reason why I was avoiding you in the house. You said something about if it was another girl. I want you to know that while everyone was ostracizing Missy, I was the one person in that house that stood by Missy's side until she crossed the boundary I had. While every other person here was pushing Missy away, I was always there for her.
What boundary did she cross?
I'll tell you. On multiple occasions, I just want to be friends with you. Don't touch me. Don't try to kiss me. Don't try to dance with me. I had over 3 conversations with her explaining that. And it was weird to me because in my mind I was like, I understand that you and I are in similar situations. They always mock my height. And I don't know why they're mocking me. So we connected on that, so to say. And I always respected that. But I know it might not be special to other people, but I'm very particular about advances towards me. On multiple occasions in the club, she would just come in and push up on me. Oh, you're supposed to kiss me. I want to kiss. I want to. And I know she would say it's a joke or something, but you can't tell me how to feel about how you make advances towards me. In fact, there's a video of her trying to kiss me multiple times. And that I can bring my phone for you and show you. And I didn't get upset. What I did was I went to the kitchen and I sat down in the freezer and I had a heart-to-heart conversation with her. What did I do? Yes. And because I respected her so much, I felt like, okay, maybe because you were drunk or because everything was just going crazy. Maybe that's why you were doing that. And then even after that conversation, that didn't work. There was another day we were upstairs. Sabrina was there in that video. I told her, Missy, you have maybe probably like 15 other men in this house. Please go meet this man. I'm not interested in anything physical with you. We could be friends. But I don't want to touch you. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you to try and kiss me. I don't want any of that. I know it may seem like I'm doing too much, but I'm very particular about that. And even in that situation, she was still dragging me. And I'll tell you a very fun fact. You see this cultural incident about the cigarette thing? Do you know who was holding me upstairs? Do you know she was holding me upstairs? That's the reason why I couldn't calm down. Missy was holding me upstairs.
What do you mean by holding you?
She was literally holding my hand. Like I was trying to calm down, she was holding my hand.
Okay.
I mean, so when people see my relationship with her, people say Faith is being mean, and I will admit, I said some hurtful stuff. But I want people to understand that I went through so much in her hand. I'll give you another example. During my debate day, the meat-based, plant-based thing, I spent days writing that debate. We won that debate. I'm very particular about hard work. I believe that if I put effort into something, I will see results. You know what happened? Someone stole that paper. And I was like, who took it? She came to meet me and she said, I know who took your paper. And I would give it back to you if you kiss me. Wait. No, you see that there's a pattern, right? And I want you to flip the places. Imagine if I was a girl and she was a guy.
Sure.
What would people say?
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. I had slides. Those slides were from my dead cousin, the green slides. There's a hole in it. Emisi took my slides and went to go and hide it. And I begged multiple times, who's in my slides? Who's in my slide? Okay, I'm very particular about the things that are emotional to me. It's the same reason why I used to make paper planes in the house. I just started paper boats because the paper boats mean something to me. Because there was a time in my life where that was how, I was able to calm down. Even during another diary session she had, she told Big Brother that she was going to deal with me, and then she told me she was going to deal with me. And I figured out that Emisi was sabotaging my tasks. There was a Colgate task we did where me, Bright Morgan, Emisi, and some other person were on the same team. Whether you believe it or not, there are times when she would be on serious in the task just to piss me off. And okay, fine. My mouth can be very viperous. And I apologize if I said some mean things to you. I'm very sorry about that. But it didn't come from nowhere. I wasn't picking on you. No, you did so much to me. You did a lot. And I always wish people could switch the tables because nobody would take this if it was the other way around. Nobody would take it. But for some reason, everybody just acted like she's a saint. She did nothing. Come on, I'm not the devil. Why would I just randomly want to start talking? And I like this because if you want me to show you videos, I will bring my phone right now and show you. And those are the videos they aired. So imagine what they didn't air. Do you know how many times she pinned me to the side of the club? When Emisi is drunk, do you know how strong she is? You guys were here multiple times and I'll tell you, there wasn't even a time where you guys just thought I and Emisi had a thing going on. Why would they think that? I'm not crazy. Like, I went through so much in there. And no one, not one person has ever said, oh, she did this. She has never said sorry for that. Over and over again, I would assume that, okay, maybe it's an understanding thing. And I would come back and say, let's talk about this. But I never walked. So about the things that I said, I'm sorry. My mouth can be very sharp. My mouth can be very viperous. And I'm learning now that when you speak to people, you should speak positive things. You should uplift them. And I'm sorry if I said mean things to you. I apologize. But it didn't come out of nowhere. Thank you.
Big Brother Naija reunion is proudly sponsored by
Good time, great boards, big wins, and exciting games.
Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
But if you just use better time. Swag in the stress on top of you look by the already saw. Once your team they need you 2 goals, you don't win without. Great boards, big wins, and exciting games. It's not magic, it's just simple math.
How do you make a complete meal in minutes?
Try Advie Noodle Made with its nutritional blend of vegetables, protein, and gives your meal that final touch. Advie Noodle Made. Make restaurant-style pasta at home with Advie Pasta Made. Cook. Mix. Done. Advie Pasta Made.
A lot of people know Guinness in this size, or Guinness just got bigger.
Introducing the new Guinness 440 ml.
With the new 440 ml, there's more Guinness to enjoy.
That means more to pour, more to share, and more to enjoy.
Whether you're chilling with friends or vibing to great music, Guinness got you everything.
Same both flavor.
More Guinness to enjoy.
The new Guinness 440 ml can. Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
every win starts somewhere. Ours starts right here. And when we rise across the continent. off. Feel the rush. Bet Power, home of Nigeria's aviator big winners. Proudly sponsored by
Bet Power. Great odds, big wins, and exciting games.
Now you can enjoy more Guinness.
Can I speak now?
Yes, you can.
I mean, this is not supposed to be something that will be bantering with somebody because there's no money to be won here. I want the money, 150 million. So this is not a show for me at all. So just a few things. Oh, first and first, fit is so like it's too short for me. I don't go for short men. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and I never made the video. Yeah, in the kitchen, I did like this. I was trying to close your mouth. Yeah, because you were saying something and we're discussing about what's it called? This red humility card. I was playing. I don't know. Maybe they did not hear that place. That is what happened. Kisses are not paying me more corner. You are titanium. I'm telling you, no. This is a crazy allegation. Say, don't try that. I said it. I'll threaten. Yeah, I brought this gun here. Are you crazy, Faith? Don't get me to that point. I'm not going to go back and forth. I told you there's no money to be won here. I want the money, 150 million. In my account. I've not even spent it. So, like, can you imagine making it quick? You know what I bet? So shit. Bring the video. This guy is so crazy, bro. I don't want to look like for real, bro. Can you imagine? Sexual advances been this is your I know they already told me and I said few things. I'm not going to go back and forth because I know the cards you're looking for, not me. Yeah, so let's just like this is a gunshot. No sexual allegation and that case closed. I want the money and that's the most important thing. I can't be going back and forth. 28 people I want 150 million. Whether there's a case, corner. Nothing again.
I'm very proud of you.
Good job, you have to be. So, no more talk. That's it.
You've still not taken accountability for anything.
I don't lie now.
Missy, can I speak now?
How did I even want to kiss you? You're too
Missy,
short.
can I speak now?
Yes, Rebecca.
So let's not, and I hear you. Yes, you want the money.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking that away from you. But you also need to acknowledge certain things. Everybody's here to say how they feel about situations. Whether you're carrying a purse that looks like a gun, whether you are upset about him as a person, is different from what he said and how he felt. And if I'm being honest, I saw some of these things being talked about on social media early on in the season, saying, Missy and Faith, Missy likes this boy. He didn't come out of nowhere. We know moments when you had conversations with Faith. Like he said, you can say you were joking. But first of all, did he ever tell you, stop being physical? I don't like it. It's a very simple yes or no question.
Okay. Sincerely,
Because people saw some of these
I can't recall. Like I said, whatever, like there are many times we've gone, like I used to say it in big, yes, I love highly intellectual people. So when I see that this thing is already, like this guy's already taking whatever joke we're having to, like it's not looking as if I'm chasing you. That's why I just cut off or like, bro, I'm not even like sexualizing, like this is a crazy allegation of sexual assault, nipple. No, I don't do that. Like I already see that you're already taking it, like you're already making it's a different thing when we're together and when you're already making it look as if like this is something I openly say to people. Like
okay, so
people
first of all, did he ever say to you,
yeah,
step back? Did you ever hear that conversation?
Step back, no.
Sort of
like
you are coming on to
you can just say, oh, you can say
wait. What did you say to her?
I specifically told her, I just want to be a friend. Don't touch me. Don't try. And look, I love this because
did you ever hear that from him?
If you say you didn't hear it, I'll tell you what you were wearing.
Because I saw a video.
I want to nobody this is not
come with that. And that's the video I have.
It's okay. We'll get to the video. This is not necessarily about whether you listen.
Yeah,
this is not about assault or anything. It's about what made him flip the friendship on you. It's not about whether you're assaulted or not. He's saying he told you, stop. Did you ever hear him say those words?
Maybe when we were in the club and I was like, all these things that's even fly away from. Because I remember like, not only him, I dance in culture. Let's dance in the pool. So I don't know why you're not taking it to pay.
But
That's
she has the right to
and
take
that's
it.
and I stepped back, like I think with 3 or 4.
She
Like
stepped
you now
back.
say it's now the stepping back that now
I
cause
stepped
problem.
back from
The
her.
stepping back, that's when you know
I
start.
literally had to
You're not like
going
the
out
moment
in a
I
circle.
stepped back, you start like you're not finding fault in me. I stepped back because I don't want you to be. This is the reason. Like he was the first person I spoke that I was vulnerable to in the house. But I see that this guy is already like maybe there's a kind of game he's trying to play in his head. And the moment I stopped, he started turning it to assault. It doesn't make any sense.
That's a valid point. Because on the one hand, you can say you told her. Now she's saying you said so, and she's saying she stopped. But you are saying she didn't stop. So at what point did she do? Wait, at what point did she do something that made you? Because we're going to get to the point of the kerosene, the anger, and then the beef that has come up to this point.
Yes.
What did she do after you told her to stop several times?
So when
what
we
brought you
started the stop thing,
Yeah.
I had to take myself out of the situation. And that was when people started saying, I don't like her. If she was sitting down here, I would move myself somewhere else. If she was sleeping somewhere, my job was, okay, if she's not going to stop, I would take myself out of her space.
So that was enough. So why did you get to now that point of attacking her?
No, now let's talk about the supposed attacks.
Yes.
Now you mentioned, let's start from the Indomie point. I think I've explained that,
Yes.
right? Good. Even with Victory coming to explain to her that the pot was for faith, she still made a conscious effort to not release the pot. Let's go to the kerosene incident. Kebobo, how did I know that Emisi was taking multiple fishes from the freezer? You told me.
Yeah, I did. I said
Now, that's to show you how much. I have this thing where when I
But you were ahead of house, so he would tell you.
Yes, I'll tell you why you even told me. I have a thing where when I don't like someone, I just blow them out in my mind. My job is if someone doesn't, I just blow them out. So I'm not focused on you or anything. Now, I want to give you context regarding that situation. That was bare minimum week. We had very scarce resources. And I want you to know something. In that house, when there's no food, guess what happens? People get very cranky. Now, what did I do? I decided the worst thing that could happen to me as HOH is a food shortage where everyone is cranky. So I picked Capable, Big Soso, and who was the last person? An Avatar. Why? Because they're great cooks. And Capable can cook for a large number of people. And I want to give you another context. We were not cooking with gas. We were cooking with kerosene and coal. In my mind, I was thinking, how can I make sure everybody in this house eats where we don't waste time, where we don't lose resources? And we came up with an idea. Some people have protein in the morning and in the evening.
So your anger was that she was cooking separately?
No, that's not, there's a story.
We need to get to
yes,
the
we need to get there. So now, I went to her at the freezer. Kebobo was there, and I politely told Emisi, please. She was holding 6 fishes. 6. And I was like, bro, please. He's in charge of protein for now. Give him the protein and let him portion out something for you. That was specifically what I said at the freezer. And she was like, you can't tell me what to do. This is not your house. And I agree. I can't tell you what to do. I agree with you. But at the same time, when all the resources are at stake, when there are other people that need to eat, why would I let you do that? And I was like, okay, fine. I can't drag the fish with you. But what I can do is, I won't let you cook it. Now, I've never used a kerosene stove before. I went to the kerosene place. I turned it off. There was nobody there, by the way. I carried it. And then midday went to go and call Emisi. Faith has carried the kerosene thing, which is what led to the dragging situation. I wasn't dragging anything. She was the one that came to drag the kerosene thing with me. I was holding it initially. I now later found out that Emisi was cooking for
Is that what happened?
I can't remember. Can we hint? I don't want to talk about it anymore. Thank you, Ebuka. I'm so sorry.
No, please, let me finish. I'll tell you my fault in this. Emisi was cooking for a bunch of people. Now, she now came to start dragging the thing. And I admit my own fault here. My fault there was number one, when I carried the kerosene thing and the kerosene thing pot, I put a lot of people in danger. I would take that fault. Number two is, maybe I should have realized that it's not that deep, it's entertainment, everybody will still figure themselves out. I should not have dragged the thing with her. But I want you to realize that I was holding that stove. She came to drag it with me. I was standing there. Then she told Isabella to bring a stool or something. I was literally not. There was no what do you call it? There was no dragging like when I went to drag. No, she came to meet me. She held on to it. That was what happened there. And I always say, it may not, the logic may not, when they show it on TV, you may not see the logic. But I never do anything without logic. I am incredibly calculative. There's only one blunder I made in that house. Something I did not calculate, and that was the Sultana situation. I did not, that was very stupid of me.
I mean, this also kind of got you in trouble.
Oh, yes, yes.
So you can't say it was one thing. There were
multiple things. I agree, yes. But like, I want you to know that I wasn't looking down on her. I wasn't dragging the stove with her. She was the one that came to drag it with me. And she was like, oh, you're not going to take it. I'm not going to let it go. In my mind, I'm like, I can't let you because you're the only one that wants to eat everything. Or because of,
okay, so just to round up. I mean, you apologize for certain things, what you said. Plus, you also did your allegation. You don't have.
It's all love.
Don't you see where he's coming from? Do you feel like any of his feelings are valid in any way?
That's for him to conclude that later. I don't feel any. I'm so numb about him. I don't have anything about him in my head. I didn't want to think it. I beg you. Let's move on from him. Ibuka, thank you.
Thank you. All right. So I guess that ship was sailed.
Big Brother Naija reunion was proudly sponsored by
Big time. Big boards, big wins, and exciting games.